Hello there and welcome to CFO Conversations. I'm your host, Paula Kensington, and with great pleasure I welcome back Sue Rosen into the studio. Hi Sue.
Hi Paula, great to be here again.
So today our conversation is going to be about purpose, and something that we hear lots about in all sorts of walks of life, in our home life, in our work life, in teams, in individuals. But it's something that is really relevant in today's world and is going to serve us well into the future. So Sue and I are going to talk about purpose for individuals and what does that mean? And if we understand what it means, how do we actually ignite it?
Yeah, thanks Paula. Purpose there are some great definitions of purpose which are about doing something meaningful, which is of benefit to greater community. It's about being of service. It's about finding something fulfilling and meaningful in your life. And I think it makes a huge difference to our well-being.
Yeah, and I think, we talk about happiness and, that sort of fulfilment, and that's quite a recent, newish kind of word, isn't it? It's not about being happy, it's actually doing things that really, light your fire and make you feel fulfilled.
I agree. Happiness is fantastic, and we all love and should savor more those moments of pure joy or happiness or fun. But purpose is something that is much more long lasting. Purpose actually enables us to be more fulfilled on a longer term basis. It's not always about being happy just in the moment, and sometimes it is hard to live a more purposeful life, but it is actually ultimately more fulfilling.
Yeah, and maybe as finance professionals, maybe we've been too busy sort of staring down at our navels and not actually realizing this. Awareness is the first step of making a change, right? So how do people think about what is the meaning? People wake up and they think, I've heard it so many times, people are waiting for Wednesday, people are waiting for Friday. It's almost like inviting yourself to your own life. That's really a lot of what purpose is about. How can people think about what that really means for them?
I think in finance we can be very technically focused, we can be very task focused, and purpose is really about understanding ourselves better as human beings. And I always look at it from a number of perspectives in terms of understanding what your own purpose is, which is around understanding your values and what's really important to you, understanding your strengths and what are the gifts and talents you bring to your work or to the world more broadly. What are your passions? What are those things that light you up and energize you? And what is the wisdom you have gained from challenges you've faced over the years? Because there's a huge amount of learning there. And then really it's all of those things packaged up into how can I use my unique gifts to make the world better in some way? And I think sometimes people get scared by that as being a big idea. Does that mean I need to go and work for Greenpeace? But actually we can find purpose in all of the work we do, and in our lives. Our purpose can be around creating a more pleasant work environment for other people. Our purpose can be around our parenting of our children, or our purpose can be around what we are delivering to stakeholders in the community.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that clarity on what is our purpose is really contagious to help other people understand their purpose, and you'll bring people on a bit more of a journey rather than just pitching up to work every day thinking that your task list is what your purpose is. It's actually digging deeper into that. I think what you're talking about as well is about reflecting, and so people doing that reflective piece around.
Reflection is absolutely essential. I don't think you can come to a greater understanding of your higher sense of purpose or what will make life fulfilling for you if you're not prepared to do the self-reflection and build your self-awareness.
Yeah. So I would really encourage the audience to hold up a mirror to themselves and do that reflective work, and it takes time and effort, and maybe even writing, I think absolutely writing down. I've heard recently about writing a letter to yourself about where you've got to and thanking yourself for getting here, but potentially that might not be what you need going forward. So reflection and purpose, and inviting yourself to your life. Really, it's a big conversation.
That's a much bigger conversation.
Thanks, Sue.